I don't know.
Very well. Let me move you now to a different aspect of this debate.
Yes.
In 2 minutes, Justina, you're not alone in this race to become the next deputy president. You also have Martha Karua, Rigathi Gachagua. What sets you apart from them? And are there issues that you agree with them and their manifestos, and those that you don't agree with? In 2 minutes.
Let me first say I respect the ones you've mentioned, because I remember 30 years ago, I was a young girl that had been in politics. So being on the same ballot paper with them is very humbling. And their strides they have made, fighting for democracy of this country. So I respect that. But what sets us apart is that 30 years they have been there. They have been telling us the same narrative, which they're telling us now. They are not responsive to the youth of this country. Youth whose parents took out loans to educate them, and they're still living at home because they're unemployed. What sets me apart is because I can relate to the youth of this country who know that unasoma na hakuna kazi. That is number one. Number two, I can relate to the businessmen. Maybe them, they're in government, they've been in leadership. That is where they draw their salary. But I relate to a businessman, like from where I work now. We're into excavation and supply of building materials. And Kashori, I can tell you, business is down. Why? Increase of cement, chuma zimepanda bei, Kenyans do not have purchasing power to build a house. And that business is very satisfying because you know our role is what? We are the first stroke of paint. When you want to build your house, sindo tunatoa cotton. But it saddens me that Kenyans cannot afford. They are not building and neither are they affording to pay rent. So that is what sets me apart. I know that what we need now is policies and leadership that is responsive to the plight of Kenyans.
Madam Ruth, same question to you. This is a political competition. You're not in the race alone.
Yes.
What would you use to convince the Kenyan voters, to elect you as the next deputy president and not your competitors, Rigathi Gachagua, Martha Karua, and in this case, Justina Wamae? Let's first talk about the other two who are not in this debate.
Yeah, at least for Justina, we have probably a lot in common because we are new, we are fresh. But our competitors, yes, they have experience, but they have let us down. I have voted for the last 2 decades. I have chosen the same leaders. So I don't see what difference they are coming to bring in, because I feel like some of them are sanitizing the leaders who have been there. We want new blood, we want fresh blood, fresh ideas, so that we gear this country to a different direction.
What is this new idea, fresh idea? What does it constitute?
Corruption. Our big agenda is corruption. It has eaten us in big ways and in every way. So corruption is our bangi. So that is what we are after. Then the rest will be able to be balanced out.
Justina, the same question. What about the larger coalition setup? You know, let's say the Azimio setup, the Kenya Kwanza setup. Do you see any challenge there that would inhibit you from becoming the next deputy president, for example?
No, I'm not challenged in any way. Ashori, I told you that Roots Party realizes it is wrong, it is very wrong that 5.5 million of Kenyans are unemployed. 1.2 million of Kenyans are below the poverty line of 220 shillings per day. So these people have been in government. I dare say that they are to blame for our current situation because they never looked into the future when they were there or the time they've been there. Maybe the future was telling them, legalize marijuana. It's going to set us apart in terms of competitive advantage. They didn't do it. So I'm not scared because every individual Kenyan, it doesn't matter what tribe you are, what creed or educational background, everyone is suffering. Let me tell you this. Ask a woman who has a salon or a man who has a kinyozi. Do you know boys are saying ati beard gang? It's not a maneno a beard gang. There is no money kukwenda kunyolewa. So Kenyans are lacking. Unaona pesa mkononi or the purchasing power iko chini. So I'm not scared because I'm amplifying the voices of Kenyans.